Okay, guys, today is a good day. We finally got the 125. Okay, we're very happy. Um, yeah, so I just bought this tank. Guy actually delivered it for me. Um, I paid a little bit more money than I wanted to, but I got the tank here, and we're very happy with it. Um, you can see that this has, if you look down there, it has some bulkheads. We could run some. We could run some um, sump lines if we want to, or run an FX6 if we need to. Um, so it's a 125. We'll be able to get these Baylor sharks into the bigger tank, and plus the guys down here, um, your Jack Dempsey, your Green Terror, um, and got a couple other sickles we want to put in there. Possibly the Geophagus. We're going to play around with it and see who gets along. Most of these, most is going to be South American cichlids in here. Um, you know, South American or Central American too, with the Jaguars. So you can see that it had a background on it. They took it off. We did do a water test on the tank. As you can see, I put some water on the bottom there, but we filled it up and it wasn't leaking. So that's one thing you want to do when you buy a tank for somebody on Facebook or whatever. Make sure that um, that it doesn't have any leaks. Check the seals. I did this last time on the 150. If you look real close, the seals are really good down here. I don't get that what, but you can see the seals look really good. And the guy was running the tank for 3 years. I actually talked to the guy. He's actually part of the York Cichlid Association, so the guy knows what he's talking about. He's got a bunch of tanks. I think he has 8 big tanks. So we're happy with that. We're actually probably going to join the York Cichlid Club of America, or Cichlid Club of York, um, here sometime close. And I do want to get into these some of these smaller clubs here and get involved a little bit. As you can see, there's a newer style tank that has the braces on it, which is very important when you're buying a used tank. Make sure these braces are good. Um, it adds to the structure of the tank. So this is if you have a bad seal, this tank was held up pretty good with this brace. Always make sure the braces are good. You don't want them to be broken. I checked these already. There is a little piece over here that was cracked, but it looks like it was fixed. Not really too bad. Doesn't really damage the tank that much. As long as it looks like it probably dropped it on this side. It's got a little bit of a crack in here, but I'm not really too worried about that. The structure of the tank is good. Like I said, the brace is good in the middle. If you do have any type of a seal problem, looks like the seal is brand new. It's still the same seal. So I'm not really too worried about it. If there's any problem with the seal, we know that the structure is good, so we could always just take the silicone off and reseal it. That's what you want to look for in a used tank. If you know how to reseal a tank, you're in good shape. But I don't think we have to worry about resealing this tank. Should be good. Um, and it looks like it was very well maintained. It's got the stand with the doors on it. I just put it in here for now because we're going to move it once we get the 55. We're going to be selling this whole tank. This whole wall here is going to be gone. So the 55 and the 220s are going. Um, I don't know what the issue is with this 20-gallon. I've always had some issues with these tanks. I don't know why. I'm thinking maybe it was because these tanks were they used to be not amphibian tanks. They used to be reptile tanks, and maybe there's something in the silicone. I don't know. I never really did any research, but I haven't been able to keep any fish alive in here. So we're gonna move these guys into a 20-gallon downstairs, um, and or maybe just move them to a 30-gallon, um, and then or move them to these tanks, which should be going downstairs. I still got room in the 20-gallon. We got room in the 40 too. We could put some fish in there. So once we move everybody around, this tank will be gone too. So the only 3 tanks you have in here is the 75, the 55, and the 125 in the garage, and everything else will be downstairs. All the 40 gallons, the 30 gallons, 20 gallons, and then I'll have a couple 10 gallons. I'll keep the 5 down there off the system in case I do need them. But we're going to be changing a lot of stuff down there. So very excited that we could get a move on. Getting back to the tank, like I said, I don't really care what the stand looks like or even what the tank looks like itself, as long as it can hold these fish. You know, I'm going to be going away to New York this weekend, so we're not going to do anything this weekend. I would say early on next week we will be we'll be finishing this tank, so or setting it up. So anyway, my storage ran out, so I had to delete some files. But yeah, so this is the 125. Like I said, got to do some work to this thing. We're going to be flipping this around. Obviously, I put it this way so we could just, it's going in this corner. So whenever I get this tank out of here, we're going to just flip it right into the corner, make it nice and easy. We'll probably take the whole thing and move it up and then flip it. That's what we're going to do. So for right now, we're leaving this here. I'm gonna leave the water in there for a couple of days and see how it does. When I get back, we'll fill this up with water for about a week. Make sure there's no leaks. If we do have a leak, we'll call the guy, but he's pretty confident that this thing doesn't leak. Like I said, the bulkheads are capped off. Don't have to worry about that. So we're good there. The seals are good around the bulk heads. So gives you options. We could always I might build a sump for this tank. Thinking about it, maybe it's already set up for it. If we gotta plumb it, it's real easy to do, and we have the setup for it. But 6-foot tank, great for the Baylor sharks. They have more room now, and we're not going to be putting. We're going to try some different things with different fish. We're going to keep some tanks open in case we do have any problems. We don't want to. If there's any issues with the fish, we'll have to move some stuff around. But right now, we're looking at, the bigger fish going here. If the jaguars work, we'll put them in here. If not, we'll put one in there. We'll switch it out. We'll see what we got. I may put the geophagus in here, but I'm going to play with it. I'm going to see what I could get away with. We obviously have some severums downstairs we want to put in the South American tank. We got some different things we can move around. We want to get some more angelfish. I have a gift card to PetSmart. I'm going to be getting more angelfish, and we're going to be taking care of that. As far as filtration goes, right now we're going to be using probably the title of the 75. I'll move that. I have a smaller filter on here that I could use in this tank. I already run a canister filter in this tank, a 75 gallon, and I have a sponge filter in there, so we could probably get away with using a small tank in there, a smaller filter. Take the title off, put it on here, and we have the filter from the back of the 55. And I'm probably going to run two sponge filters on either side of these in and out, outlet and inlet for the sump or for whatever we want to run as far as filtration goes. I'm not really sure what these are called. I think they're called overflow and I can't think of the other one. Is overflow and where it goes in. I can't think of the name of it. Inlet and overflow. There you go. But we'll put a sponge filter here and on the other side, and this way they're out of the way. It does take away a little bit more space for the fish, but we're not putting big fish in here. The jaguars probably get the biggest. The Baylor sharks probably too. They'll probably get about a foot long, but at least they'll have enough room in here to grow. 3 of them, they get along great. And of course, we're going to put the silver dollars, which are getting big too, in here. And then all the other fish are going to be going in that 55 there. And like I said, we'll be able to move some stuff around. Maybe we'll put the barbs in that tank with the rainbow fish and the smaller tetras. That's an idea. I'm probably going to keep a 30 gallon open for now, or a 20 gallon open for now, just in case I gotta move some fish around that are being dirty. I'll probably keep the 30-gallon open for right now, and then figure something out. But yeah, so that's the plan. We have a bunch of ideas. You know, the blue car is definitely going to be going into the 55-gallon on this down here, um, and of course, you know, the mascara barbs and the rainbow fish, and of course the bigger tetras. We go in here, and I may put the barbs in here. Thinking about it, um, the mollies I'll probably put in a different tank. You know, maybe we'll put the mollies in here or in there. We have so many different options where we can move fish around. But at least these fish will be in a bigger environment. Um, I like I said, 20-gallon longs. Haven't had a lot of success with them. I don't know why. Maybe I put the wrong fish in there. I tried aquascaping them and didn't work. I just didn't have any luck with the 20-gallon longs. I know people love 20-gallon longs and the 40 gallons if you aquascape them. I'm just not a big fan of them. I just don't like them. Um, Kind of, I think, wasted space. And I don't think the fish have enough room as far as front to back. You know, I like a 20-gallon, like these 20-gallon highs. They seem like they have more room from front to back because it's just shaped different. They have more space. But we'll probably put the three tetras in here. I have a gourami in here, so I don't know if I want to mess around with too much of putting um, rainbow fish or not rainbow fish. The mollies in here, the sailfin mollies. We'll see. We got some different options we could do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably just create another 20-gallon for this guy here, these guys here. Um, but I do want to wait. I do want to wait to see how the fish react to each other in this tank, and you know, it should be exciting. Of course, we're gonna take the substrate from the 50-gallon, the 20-gallon. We'll put that in here. I got another thing of sand back over here, so we'll do black and white sand in here. Um, I'll probably put a layer of the black underneath with the in case I want to do plants substrate. We'll see. Jack Dempsey's definitely going here, but like I said, we have a bunch of different options. We want to mix fish that are pretty similar in size, but we also want to have fish that have enough room to swim and have in space. But like I said, got a bunch of different options. I may do some stuff differently. Um, I don't know. I'm just trying to debate in my head where I should put these fish. But anyway, so the substrate filtration, we know that there's no lids to this tank, so we're probably gonna make a lid. I could probably do something for now until we get lids, but I'm not really too worried about you know lids and stuff like that for now. We could always make lids, but like I say, I'll see how these tanks look and what fish go where. Um, I'm probably gonna put the Jaguars in there first and figure up that 130-gallon, and then move some other fish around, see where we're at. Tetras in here. There's only three left. I probably move them into the. There's a 15-gallon downstairs, so I can move them into the. I'll probably move them to the 20-gallon high, and then with the mollies and the barbs, we'll probably move them into the 20-gallon downstairs or 30-gallon. We'll see. Like I said, we'll keep some tanks open in case we got to move some fish around. That the Jaguars don't play nice, and then we'll have to figure something out. But we got more options now. Like I said, we can get rid of some tanks, get rid of some space, make the wife happy, and got a bunch of different options. We're very happy, and we if you guys have any suggestions on where we should move fish, let me know. So I'll go through it again. We're eliminating this 55-gallon. So the Baylor sharks and the silver dollars are going into the 125. Okay. We're going to be putting these fish in here. There's the pleco, the green terror, the Jack Dempsey. There's an African sickle in there. The polar sickle we're probably going to move downstairs. And there's another oblique. That will be going into the 125 as well. We're either debating on whether putting those guys in there, or those guys are pretty much full grown right now. I'll probably keep them in a 75, or we can move them into to the 125. If they can't get along with the Jaguars, then we'll keep the Geophagus in there. As for right now, the tentative plan is just leave the Geos in there. That tank to empty, put in this here, and then the Baylor Sharks um, and the silver dollars. Now also inside there we have the pleco, and there's also a Pseudodonis and a black striped Pseudodonis. We'll have to move out and move him into the tank too, which we'll do eventually. Yeah, so we'll have a bottom feeder and also a sucker fish. You know, we could also move the pleco in there if you wanted to, but you know, I want to keep that tank. This tank right here is a very a timid tank, so I don't want to put too many aggressive fish in there. At 80 degrees, they don't mess with each other, angelfish and Geophagus, so I'm probably going to move, probably keep that in the angelfish tank and put the Severums in until they get big enough where I can move them in here. So, like I said, we'll have to keep options open. I want to keep the big tanks open just in case we need to move a naughty fish out of there. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all we got for today, guys. I just want to let you know we're doing this. If you have any ideas of where we should put fish, let me know. Shoot them out there. If you guys have any ideas, let me know, and we'll take it into consideration. All right. Until next time, we guys see you later. Remember, if you can't own them, rehome them. That's what we're doing. We live up to that mantra. We were going to get rid of the Baylor shark. We found a 125, so we're going to put them in a bigger tank, better quality of life for them. And the other fish, too, they can grow out. The Jaguars, I'm hoping that they get along and we can get them in here and they can live to their fullest extent. If not, we're probably going to have to get rid of them. So that's the plan. Like I said, if you have any ideas on where we should move these fish, I'm probably leaning towards creating the 20-gallon, just picking these fish and putting them in the 20-gallon. And then we may move some fish around to the 55 because we'll just have the blue caras and a couple other fish. But we may just do more rainbow fish in there, which I'm thinking about doing. Maybe some more mascara bobs. So, but we'll probably put the smaller fish in another tank and then we'll take a risk on the Jaguar. Anyway, see you next time, guys.